Hey, well, this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. And thank you for tuning in. If you're coming in for the first time, I thank you. If you've been consistently supporting me, I thank you as well. But on today's episode, this article that came about and I wanted to share it is black man by the name of Dominique Weaver that owes 100K, got arrested for owing $100,000 in back child support pay. And he was arrested coming off a cruise in Miami, Florida. Arrested coming off a cruise because he owes $100,000 in child support. I'm going to dive in deeply into the story, this article, and So, and he chose to have a good time instead of taking care of his kids or paying that child support money. And that's on today's episode with Zaccheus with another live word of the day. Spending time with the family on this holiday, I just wife shared this article with me and I couldn't understand there's so much money you owe in child support. You mean to tell me that you have children? This is by the way, this is Dominique Weaver. You have children that's out there that you made and you're not taking care of them. Not taking care of your responsibility as a man. You have 20 kids out there, you can have 10 kids out there, you can have 5 kids out there, 2 kids. You got to take care of your children. They didn't ask to be here. So the caption of this article reads, lowlife dad who owes over 100K in child support arrested getting off a cruise ship in Miami, officials say. How you owe that much money in child support? It beats me. You're not paying you're not, you know what I mean? You didn't pay at all. And these women are coming after you because you're not taking care of your responsibility. So they're coming after you. And now you owe that. You went on a cruise. You put yourself first before your kids. You put yourself first before your kids. And now you owe so much money back in child support. It's a shame. It's a shame. And it's sad to see it's us, black people. It's some of us. Some of us. I shake my head. And as I dive in deeply into this article, a Kentucky dad who has racked up more than 100K, get 100K in unpaid child support was arrested as he got off the cruise trip in Florida after several years on the IAM, according to the officials. A Dominic Weaver vacation ended up in handcuffs. He was taken into custody by local cops exiting the cruise ship in Miami sometime last week, and he brought back to the Bluegrass State. Jefferson County Attorney Mike O'Cornell told the local Louisville news station the 47-year-old owes somewhere between, even more, 114K to 120K in child support, according to the O'Connell report. Now, listen, if you're not paying your child support and the baby mamas are going after you and you're not paying them, remember, it's reported. They recorded it. And it's reported. It's reported and they're recording it. So every time you don't pay, that's more money you owe. Just remember that. So think twice before jumping in the bed and having unprotected sex and then wind up having children with every woman you meet, or wind up having kids. Be careful. And you're not married to them. Be careful of that. Because you can jam yourself up, and if you're not paying that child support, you'll pay for it. If you're not paying that child support, you'll be locked up in prison if you're not paying that child support. So just a reminder. You like jumping in the bed and feeling good with a lot of women? Listen. And then oops, You wind up having children with them, and every time you jump into bed with a woman, and every time you go a few months you go out with this woman, you have a child with her, and then she don't see you, and then she's asking you to buy to help her with some money for the child or money for the children. It'll catch up to you, just like it would catch caught up to Dominique Weaver. They'll catch up to you. The authorities will catch up to you, and you got to pay for that. And now it's embarrassing. I don't know who he went with on a cruise trip. Could have been another woman, because the article doesn't say who he was cruising with or who he went cruising with, but it possibly could have been another woman. Most likely, yeah, yeah. And as he got off, and he's enjoying himself on his vacation, not taking care of his responsibility, he rather take the money that he owes and cruise. Let me remind you, cruise ship are expensive. $5,000, $6,000. Oh Lord, $5,000, $6,000. Depending on how much people you go with. If you go with a group, it's a little cheaper. But if you go by yourself, with by the time you pay the gratuities, by the time you pay everything else, you're racking up $6,000. Cruises are expensive, but instead of him, he could use that cruise money to pay child support. Not to, he rather take care of himself and have a good time. Well, now he's paying for it. Don't it feel good coming home to your children? Don't it feel good seeing your kids that look like you? It feels good to me. Yes, okay, okay. I know people say, "Oh, well, what if we don't get along with your baby mother?" Yeah, but you made the choice, and maybe you didn't that day when you was having sex with that woman, you didn't use protection, and now the kids are here, but they didn't ask to be here. Now they're here, and now you got to take care of your responsibility now. Because you see, the thing is that if you don't raise them, if you're not there for your kids in the household, you see, some women get lonely. A lot of them get lonely, especially when they're having a child or two kids. They get lonely. They're young. Of course, you think a man not gonna look at them. Of course, they're gonna look at them. And guess what? When another man enters into the chambers, into her chambers, and into the home, it's fair game. Anything can happen to those kids because she's alone, because she's thinking about herself and she's thinking about her own needs, her own personal needs, and she's allowing a stranger to come into your house and be there with your children. Do you want that? That's a question you have to ask yourself when you decide to leave your baby mother. When you decide to leave and say, you know what? I can't deal with her. I want to leave. I want to step. No, brother, take care of your responsibility. Take care of your responsibility, or someone else have access to your kids. You don't want that. Take care of your responsibility. Take care of your responsibility. Listen, a lot of us like having a good time and cruising. Listen, me and my family, we love cruising. But you best believe my kids are young. They're gonna be there with me. I'm not gonna just go and think about myself having a good time, running with another woman. Just have a good time, knowing that I have responsibility back home, knowing that I have to take care of my children, knowing I gotta support them. No, how you sleep at night, knowing that your kids, knowing that okay, I have our kids out there, and I don't know how they're getting fed. How do you sleep at night, knowing that a stranger can come into your chambers, to your kids, and harm your kids? How do you sleep well at night, having a good time laid up in another woman's arms, lying to her, saying that you're good, that you got the money, you got to do this and do that? Yo, I'm sure Dominique Weaver was with another woman on that cruise ship. And the thing is that you having a good time, enjoying yourself, and that's being selfish and self-centered. And because you're selfish and self-centered, now you got to pay for it. And I tell you the truth, it's so much better with your family when you go on these cruise ships. It's because you know why? Because you see other families out there. You see other families out there enjoying themselves and having a good time with their kids and family. It's good to see a kid's face. Why would you And people do that. They don't think about this stuff. But why would you make kids everywhere, all over the place, dropping seeds all over the place, not caring about them, not caring of how their well being is, and all you're concerned with is yourself and having a good time. That's all you're concerned with, having a good time, laughter, maybe a little sex here and there, and just forgetting about your responsibility. And when it get tired, it gets tired, and as you can see, the government is tired of that too. So if you're a person that like having a good time and not taking care of responsibility, oh, you may have a good time. They're not gonna catch up to you right away. And I'm sure Dominic, because he racked up 100K, 100K, 114K, 120K in back child support. And I'm sure he had like multiple baby mamas to do that kind of figure. Make sure your sin will find you out. You can lie to that woman and tell her that that you're doing good and you got that $5,000 and $6,000, $7,000 to pay for that cruise ship for you and her, not knowing. Of course, you're not. Dominic didn't tell her that he owes that much money in child support. He ain't gonna reveal that. But you're gonna whine and die and lie to somebody, and you owe that much in child support. That's embarrassing. So embarrassing. Getting arrested as soon as you dock. I think he's from Kentucky. Went on a cruise ship. He got arrested coming off a cruise ship in Miami, I believe, according to the article. And it's a cycle. Some women, they attract these kind of dudes, and these guys, they can't tell if a guy's lying. A lot of women can't tell if a guy's lying to them or not. But he'll be there for you. He'll love you. Have a baby with him, and then next thing you know, tomorrow morning he's out. You don't see him. Then you got to run him down for diapers. You got to run him down for child support, for money for the child. And the thing is that wake up. Don't be so quick to jump into bed with some of these guys, man. Let them be committed to you. Let them, and that's the thing. No commitment. Let them be committed to you before. Let them marry you. Let them marry you, committed to you and married to you. Okay, get married. The Bible says get married. Get married. Don't be so quick to jump into bed with somebody and think that, oh, well, he'll be there for me and the child and everything. No. The Bible says get married. And truly respect to all the mothers and fathers out there that have and with their families and their children together, sticking together, and not bouncing because something goes wrong, or you're just not feeling the vibe, and you're making your emotions get the best of you. You make a child, you gotta support the child. You have children, you gotta support them. Even if you and the baby mother's not together, you still gotta take care of your responsibility. That's your responsibility, not nobody else. That and yeah, you get it. So if you don't take care of your responsibility, you're getting arrested, just like Dominic Weaver. Now the live word of the day is coming out of Psalms 127, verses 3. Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord. The fruit from the womb is a reward. So children are blessings. Don't you ever just have children with women, have children with many women, and then don't take care of responsibility. It's going to catch up to you. And when it catch up to you, you see what Dominique Weaver experienced? The same thing will happen to you. Children are a reward, and they are a blessing from the Lord. Well, this is Zaccheus. With another live word of the day, God bless and be safe out there. And if you like what I shared, smash that like button. Also, subscribe to my channel. I got more coming for you. God bless and be safe out there. Peace and blessings.